Hi y'all, so today I'm going to be making some hamburger steaks. This is kind of a traditional go-to kind of mom meal. So I'm going to show you how to make that in the most simplest way. So I'm going to show you here on my cutting board. I'm going to get started by cutting up an onion. This is just a regular yellow onion. So you're going to cut up your whole onion. You can cut it finely or loosely, however you feel. What you're going to do is saute this on a pan here after this. And this is going to go along with your hamburger steak. So if you like your onions like larger pieces, kind of like they do for fajitas and things like that, you want to leave them a little bit bigger, which is what I'm going to do, kind of like that. You know, the little longer pieces that are like the fajita style. That's how I'm going to do it. But if you would like to dice them or however you prefer, you can always do it however you like. So I didn't really have a meal plan today. Oops, you gotta be careful. I'm not real cautious sometimes when I cut and things like that. I don't know. I kind of taught myself to cook, so I just do however I can. But anyhow, I didn't have anything planned today, so we have some hamburger steaks that we got on clearance last week. So I'm going to use those up. They were a really good price. I just don't remember what they were at. Anyhow, I'm just peeling these apart because some of them are real stuck together still. So I'm kind of separating them. Usually they separate in the pan. But I just noticed that a few of them were stuck together. I had to cut them apart. Okay, so here's my onions. My pan is over there and it's already heating up. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk over there and put it all in. And so you're just gonna let that kind of saute and cook there for a little while till it cooks down to how you like it. What I have here is the hamburger steaks. They're actually just hamburger patties. I had gotten some hamburger patties on sale, and so I had a bunch of them. But generally when you do hamburger steaks, you can add some breading to them. Excuse me, I missed my lunch, so I'm having a smoothie while I'm doing this. But you kind of could do it like a meatloaf, but the way I'm doing it here is real simple. I'm just going to saute the onions. Then if you have mushrooms, it's a good thing to add to it. Then you're going to create like a beef gravy to it. So I'm going to take you over there to the stove and show you how that goes. All right, so you want to kind of saute your onions just so that they're a little softer like this. My pan's a little small, but what you're going to do is you're going to put your hamburger patties in with your onions. And I don't want to layer them, so I'm going to kind of move my onions out of the way and see if I can fit my patties. Okay, so now I have my patties in there. I have 3 hamburger patties and the onions. So you're going to let them kind of cook. When it's browned enough on each side, go ahead and turn it over. You can season with salt and pepper, whatever seasonings you like. You're going to be creating a gravy from this, from the drippings of the hamburger and the onions. So, season it how you like. If you like, garlic salt or some other sort of seasoning, go ahead and do that. I'm just going to do salt and pepper. So I'm going to let it cook for a little while, and I'll get back to you when I get ready to make the gravy. Alright, so my patties are cooked and my onions are cooked. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the patties so that I can make the gravy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then I'll come back here when I'm starting to make the gravy. Okay, so I've removed the patties from the pan. You can see it's just onions and the drippings from the meat. So now I have here about 2 tablespoons of flour. It might be a little less, I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and incorporate that into your drippings and onions. So go ahead and just mix that in there. I'm trying to do this with one hand and my pan's spinning around, but do how you can to incorporate it. You can see how it's kind of mixing in. Okay, That's what you want, is to kind of it just become kind of like this goop. Okay, and they call it like a roux. So just let that kind of boil. You see how it's boiling really hot? Let it boil like this for a little bit. That's how it's going to create the right consistency to make the gravy. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some milk to create the gravy. So let this cook just for like less than a minute. Okay, now you can see what that looks like. It's very much mixed in. Now I'm going to add a cup of milk. And you're going to just stir. Scrape off any of the drippings, or anything like that stuck to the pan. That's all the good stuff that gives the gravy the flavor. So you're going to just kind of stir everything, clean up the bottom of your pan. You're going to let it stay on medium high heat. You can turn it down a little bit once it starts to get hot enough. You're going to want to create a boil. So I'm just making sure that I got all the good stuff off the pan, which it feels like it's all clean now, so that's good. And you can go ahead and taste, what it tastes like, because, with the salt, the pepper, and the meat and everything that was in here. Go ahead and give it a little try. I'm going to give a little sip. And that was pretty good. I'm going to give it another try. It was a little hot. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. Okay, that's really, really good flavor. So I'm not going to add or take anything away. Not that you could really take anything away, I don't think, but you can see it's thickening up, so that's a good sign. I make my gravy more cream based, but you can do your gravy more water based if you'd like, if you don't like it creamy. All right, so that consistency is just right. So I'm gonna pull it off for now, and I'm going to add in the steaks, and I'll show you in just a minute when I got everything back. Okay, there are the hamburger steaks. They're all done. There's the gravy and the onions. It's all in there. And so you can use your gravy over your potatoes or over your hamburger steak, however you like. I like to put it over both. And so I just made some instant mashed potatoes right here. So that's a good, easy, quick meal that you can make for your family. Hamburger steaks.